Next, today we will be discussing Doctor Strange 2, hints on the Multiverse of Madness from the trailer. It's time we addressed all the madness we've gotten from the trailers on Doctor Strange 2, and we intend to cover as many as possible. Why so many variants? One of the things we noticed from watching the Multiverse of Madness teasers is that there are many variants of the characters. It appears that Marvel's Phase 4 plan concerns creating a wide range of storylines and superheroes. That is really the whole point of the multiverse concept. Also, since the multiverse allows for different timelines on the planet, Marvel can easily draw in characters and story plots from alternate realities. As you can already tell, this can get very complicated, but Marvel is doing a good job so far. As seen in Spider-Man No Way Home, one thing that you have to understand is that the storyline is basically dedicated to exploring the nature of parallel universe. The result? Many variants. Is Iron Man a friend or foe? It's almost certain that we'll see an Iron Man variant in action, but we don't think he's a friend. What we seem to have seen in the teaser is Superior Iron Man, and he has always been a curious case. In the comics, this character came to be when a concocted spell from both Scarlet Witch and the Doctor backfired. This spell turned heroes into villains. For Tony Stark, the morality that held him in check was forgotten. And even as he still protected the planet, his motives were as warped as any dark thing imaginable. Hence, if Superior Iron Man showed up, he'd likely be an enemy. Why is Doctor Strange in chains? In the teaser, we also witnessed Doctor Strange strangely chained. What could that possibly mean? Well, we have good reason to believe that it has to do with events in Spider-Man No Way Home. In that film, we saw the Doctor manipulate the multiverse until it became possible for variants from different timelines to interact, hence the Multiverse of Madness. In the first trailer, we saw fellow Mystic Arts master Karl Mordo. This character had been disillusioned with the power of the Order, and later he decided to hunt down other mages to strip them of their power. In the trailer, we saw Mordo telling Dr. Steve that he will be held accountable for destabilizing the multiverse. This even played out at the wedding as various variants invaded and ruined Christine's wedding. Soon after Karl Mordo's statement to Doctor Strange, we see him in chains as he was being led to a kind of throne room. There we heard a voice that sounds a lot like Professor X's, and if that's true, that would mean that Doctor Strange was being presented to the Illuminati for his multiversal sins. How it could end. One thing that Marvel fans need to understand is that although the multiverse has been blown wide open, there are certain things that only exist in one timeline. Such things or characters are known as Nexus. The Scarlet Witch is a Nexus being. This means she has no variant, and that also positions her as a counter to the multiverse. Now, fans think that one way to end the madness in the multiverse was for Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange to fight. Now, according to a fan on Twitter, Wanda ends up as the winner. Not only that, the theory explains how Wanda could end up being the person to introduce the X-Men to Marvel. How could this happen? Well, from the comic book House of M, it was Wanda who rewrites reality by wiping out all of the mutants from the world. This would mean that she has such power to take them out or bring them in. But then before she can wipe them out, they have to come in first. But how they will enter the MCU is still unclear. However, one thing that's likely is that Wanda will probably be the film's villain, and if that's the case, it's probably not a good thing to bring them in. Anyways, the theory states that after she defeats Doctor Strange, she uses her power to open the multiverse fully. Why? She was trying to bring back her children from WandaVision. However, the X-Men showed up and it led to her death. So that's it for today's video, guys. We'd love to hear